Hi everyone, Kay Bergner here today with Dr. Tom Phelan, author and creator of 123 Magic, as well as the author of The Manager Mom Epidemic. Dr. Phelan, welcome.
Good morning, Kay.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. We have a beautiful spring day out here in December.
Yes, it is a very tropical 60-ish here in the Chicagoland area, though quite overcast. So we'll enjoy not being snowed on for the day.
I'm going kayaking later today.
Oh, all right. Well, wear your life vest. So today we are talking about self-esteem, and self-esteem may feel like kind of a hard to measure thing, but it's also very important. I thought the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh put it really well when they said, when children feel confident and secure, they're more likely to succeed in school and achieve personal goals. As they get older, they learn to confront problems and resist peer pressure. More important, having positive self-image helps the child feel happy and capable of maintaining personal relationships. So if we just kind of step back for a minute, Dr. Phelan, what is self-esteem? How would you define it?
Self-esteem, well, basically, it is an instinct, believe it or not, but it's a mental program whereby a child or an adult periodically will evaluate themselves and evaluate how they're doing. So when you say confident and secure, you look at those two things. Confident, the child at that moment or the adult is feeling like, I can handle what's in front of me, I can master this. And secure means they feel good about their relationships with other people. Those are two big aspects of self-esteem. They're not the only ones, but they're two big ones. And the secure part of it is what the hospital is focusing on, because parents, you want to focus, you're your child's first relationships with other important people. And if those go well, then that bodes well for the future.
Terrific. So, where does our sense of self-esteem come from, and what sorts of things impact whether a child will have high self-esteem or low self-esteem?
Yeah. One of the difficult things about self-esteem is to realize that what we're really talking about here is self-esteem's plural. That Mother Nature has made us so we have a lot of jobs to conquer during the day. We have to get along with other people. We have to work hard in school. We have to go to bed on time. We have to do all these things. And so the little evaluator in us is going to kick in every once in a while saying, am I doing good here? Am I not doing good here? And so on. And one of the most disturbing things about self-esteem is recent research by Susan Harder in Denver that shows a huge correlation of global self-esteem with physical appearance. And of course, this is disturbing to a lot of people because it's not always under direct control. But they found this for boys, girls, 12 different countries, 0.65 out of 1. That means a big relationship and so on. So that bothers a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is it that parents can be doing to help their child have a good, healthy level of self-esteem?
Yeah, first thing you want to focus on is your relationship with the child. This may sound funny, but I always tell parents, I want you to like your kids. I know that you love them, but I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of parents don't like their kids. And if you're going to like your kids, you have to do two things. You have to manage discipline problems effectively, and you have to play hard with your kids. You have to have fun with them. Kids are naturally fun-loving, and nature has made us so that we naturally like our kids. They naturally like us when they're not whining or tantruming or not going to bed or doing this other stuff. So it's like, take care of the big discipline issues in a nice way and like your kids. That's a big part of the self-esteem equation for both parents and children.
Yeah, and obviously that is essentially the entire thesis of the 123 Magic program, right? Is parenting jobs 1 and 2, being able to sort of stop obnoxious behavior and encourage good behavior, and then parenting job number 3, which is building that good relationship. I think a lot of people are very familiar with the counting aspect and using routines to get good behavior. So when it comes to having fun with our kids, right, and really liking them and enjoying spending time with them, what kinds of things do you recommend to parents? And in particular, what kinds of things would you recommend to parents of maybe young children who don't consider themselves to be parents who play, right? I've talked to a lot of mom friends who have been like, I want to spend good quality time with my kid, but like, I'm not good at playing. Like, I don't want to make the action figures bash into each other, and I don't want to make the baby doll do X, Y, or Z. So what kinds of things can parents be doing to really encourage that very positive feeling relationship between parent and child if, in any number of different scenarios.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things you have to ask if you're a parent, we don't like, it's easier with younger kids, I think, but what you don't want is to ask a parent to be a martyr during play. So you're going to do something that you absolutely hate. You want to find something that you enjoy. And that the child enjoys. Now, children enjoy so many things. They give you a whole smorgasbord of choices. You can go out to eat, you can go out shopping, you can go out walking, you can go out biking, you can roll around on the floor. Some people don't like to do that, that's true. But you want to find something that you like as well as something that they like. When they become teenagers, that field is much narrower. A lot of people say, I don't know what to do with my teenager. How about do a movie and then food? It's real simple, but it can be done. The other thing that's real important about playing with your kids is one-on-one play. I know people say, I sometimes harp on this, but whole family fun is way overrated. You really want to have a good time with a child, do it one-on-one. And it's harder to come up with those times, I know, but in a one-on-one situation, everybody's on their best behavior. So find something that you really like, and you got to think about it, that your child will like, and they like a lot of different stuff, and do it one-on-one and see what happens.
Yeah, and one of the things that makes me think is for the parent to really be a little bit proactive about what it is you're doing, right? So instead of saying, okay, I'm going to do something with my kid and saying, hey, honey, like, what would you like to do? Instead saying, hey, honey, we're going to go do this thing. It's going to be so much fun. And really kind of both hyping it up, but also being the one who sort of chooses the activity. So you make sure it's something that you enjoy.
That's definitely a good idea. And because the kids are so flexible, they'll usually go along with you.
Great. So is there anything that parents do or say that might unintentionally lower a child's self-esteem? Like maybe mom or dad is trying to be helpful or trying to get a certain result, but they may not realize that the way that they're going about it could be damaging their child's self-esteem. What things might fall into that category?
Yeah. I've suggested to parents, one of the things you want to do in terms of positive and negative feedback in the course of a day, you want to have a 4-to-1 positive to negative ratio. Now that is not easy. If you do 2-to-1, you're probably in the 90th percentile of parents, but 4-to-1. But one of the problems we parents have is that I call it angry people speak and happy people shut up. When the kids are doing something that we don't like, we'll get mad at them, or we'll say something or reprimand them or whatever. When they're doing what we do like, we don't say anything. And so we really need that it's related to praise, but we really need to give feedback to other people in the family, including partners and spouses, when we're happy with what they're doing, when we're feeling that liking and affection toward them. It's important to express it, and we don't always do that.
We don't. It's much easier to just, especially with kids, to be like, okay, they're playing quietly in the other room. I'm just going to leave them alone and hope they keep doing that.
Leave alone.
Or like, oh, look how nicely they're talking to each other. I don't want to say anything because what if I distract them and then they start fighting? It can definitely be sort of a knee-jerk reaction to just say, okay, it's going well. Don't mess it up.
And knee jerk is a good point. Automatic parenting can be good, but automatic parenting can also be dangerous. And so you really want to, put on your thinking cap. You don't have to drive yourself crazy, but put on your thinking cap and think, 4-to-1 positive to negative. How am I going to do that during the course of the day? And how am I going to enjoy this kid? A lot of parents say they grow up so fast that I missed out on it. I wasn't paying attention or something like that. And they do grow up quickly.
Yeah, they definitely do. As we got school pictures this year, I was like, oh no, my children are so old now. What happened? So I think it's an experience a lot of parents have.
Yeah.
Well, terrific. Thank you so much, Dr. Phelan. This has been terrific. If you are interested in going deeper into this topic, Dr. Phelan is actually going to be doing a free seminar in the new year. So the next 2 weeks, we are going to take a little break from lives and a little break from live seminars to enjoy the holiday season with our families. But we will be back in the new year. We will have our self-esteem seminar. We'll have a whole new slate of topics to talk to you about. To make sure that you don't miss the registration link for that seminar when it goes out, make sure that you sign up on 123magic.com for our email newsletter, where we send out all of our event information, parenting tips, videos, downloadables, and more. Have a happy holiday season, everyone. Thanks.
Merry Christmas.